Got it. And got it. Hello, and welcome to the GH Mini Spotlight, your last show on the caboose of the soap block today. Yes, we are here to bring it up and bring it on in for today on Sunday, February 20th, 22, whatever this year is. All the years blend together. I'm James Lott Jr. Of course, my partner in crime and all things Port Charles, Frank Moran.
Hello, citizens.
We're here to talk about General Hospital and how Peter drove across the ocean to Switzerland. Before I get to all that, because I'm still confused with all that, we did the Wide Army Spotlight that is out now. You can go ahead and check that out. The live chat is open. Let me make sure I say hello. Okay, hi guys. Okay, it's open. You guys can start yelling at us. But anyway, so yes, my head's cut off. How much do I throw? Okay, here we go.
You worked hard on that.
I know. I didn't work hard on this. I picked it out. Right, this pick right here. It's my pick, folks. My pick. Oh, check it out. Check it out. Anyway, enough about that. So it's out now on all social media platforms. Thank you to the YNR groups. The Bold and Beautiful, we have a surprise guest, Mr. Sean Kanan. So if you're a GH fan who loves AJ, or one of the AJs, Sean Kanan talks about Studio City, the new season, which I can announce I'm in it. And he said that my scene was very funny. I'm episode 2, I believe. And so we'll be doing more about that. But I was in the show, I acted opposite Sean. So it was a very interesting. I saw Carolyn Hennessy that day and Tristan Rogers and all the GH people were there. Lily Melgar. It was fun.
And that was just a seed to plant you for next season when you were a full-fledged cast member, correct?
I don't act, Frank. I just am. I don't act. So that's coming out soon, hopefully this week. Also, he and I are hosting an event. So any of you guys out there, the last event he did, GH folks were there. So he has a book called The Way of the Cobra, and we're doing a book signing Q&A reading event on March 12th, 2 p.m. And that's here in Los Angeles at the Grove, the Barnes & Noble. A nice little space. And I'm moderating it. So if you want to meet me and Sean Kanan, a twofer, I say come on down and see me. Bring gifts. Also today,
what's going to happen when more people are asking for your autograph than Sean's?
Sean goes, should I set up a table for you too? I got books too, kids. But he told me that after my star-making turn on Studio City, Sean's humble. I'm his friend. He'll support me. It's fine. But also, so that interview's out. So Bone is out. So we actually kept him for a little while. He talks about YNR. He talks about Studio City. He talks about our event and his book, and talks about being Deacon on Bold and Beautiful. He's killing it over there. And the real life fight scenes he did with Torsten K. They actually did their own stunts. We had a big fight scene on Monday, Frank. It was really good. He did those stunts. James was a little now, but
Did it look good at least, or was it?
It did. No, it did. And Sean talks about it. He's like, I want to make sure it looked cheese because it's all with the director. They make sure because Torsten did his end. Sean is a martial arts person, but he said it was a director got the angles, and it did look real. It did look real.
Nice.
It did look real. So that was key. Yes. All right. Anyway. So that's out now. Bold and Beautiful. It's out there. You can watch that also. Let's make sure I say that. Okay. And people texting me things. Yes, I got to talk to them. Okay. Let's start first. This is just the elephant in the room.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Let's just get it out the way right now. I was a little confused, Frank, because they just keep driving. Maxie and Peter driving. No backgrounds, no, just dark. It was dark outside. They're driving. Somehow they're in Switzerland.
Yeah, I mean, it seems so weird that Maxie is oblivious to where they could be, because it's like there had to be a plane involved at some point, even if it was a private jet that Peter had commissioned. Right. They still need to to land in some airport somewhere that has some kind of identifying markings. So at least kind of like, well, I think I'm in this country at least. But yeah, boy, they got us. We think we're going like to Canada. No,
it's just like, okay. So The problem is that the problem isn't that they're in Switzerland. That's not the problem. The problem is we didn't see them get there. They cut some scenes out, and so it can't be a set because Felicia got the airplane set. So there's an airplane somewhere at Prospect Studios. So that was like they didn't have that because we see her flying there. So I'm just I just was like, that's everybody was talking about it.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
You think they're in the North America? No. We tricked you guys. Really?
Oh my goodness. But Maxie, they're playing her smarts. I have to say, I still feel I find they're playing all of them smart for a change. So do you agree?
Yeah, it took I was getting a little frustrated with Maxie, but towards the end when she got to their special little cabin in the wood with Peter, because it was for at the beginning there seemed to be that kind of like push or reluctance for Maxie. She was not doing a good job of at least acting like she was wanting to be there with Peter. And it finally started kicking in a little later after they got to the cabin. But initially, it was just like, come on, Maxie, you're going this far. You got to sell it a little better than this. So I'm glad that it got around to her doing that.
Yes, I agree with you on that. That was kind of funny. They're all her poor kidneys. She had to pee. I'm sure she peed before. I'm just saying that it was just weird that they just, but the lipstick. And I'm like, Frank, I don't know nobody's number. By heart, I'm screwed. When we were kidnapped, I'm screwed. I don't know anybody's number. I mean, I know my own number half the time.
No, I know one phone number. That's it. Off the top of my head. Yeah, anything else I could not do.
I know, is that crazy? I'm like, oh my goodness. If I was kidnapped to Switzerland, I'd be screwed.
Yeah.
At a restaurant.
And very fortuitous, and especially if you were in the men's restroom. Well, the odds of finding lipstick, readily available lipstick to use.
I forgot that part, Frank. I did forget that part. Well, the point is, leaving the earrings behind. I mean, I think they're playing her smart.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that because I was just wondering, I was wondering like what's going to happen. So, yeah, it's something else. Something else.
But don't you live for that moment though, where you could walk into a public restroom and see a message like that written, and say, "Oh my gosh, I get a chance to be involved in something like this."
Hello, is this Anna? Yeah, that's her. Okay. Is that Liesel's cousin? No, I was like, okay, that's her godmother, and maybe Sandy could be right. Maybe her number stayed the same all these years. It's funny. My grandmother actually, she just changed her number recently, but she had the same number for years. It was a palindrome. It was 2991992. So both ways. So I always remembered that. It's not, Don't try to call it now. It's not her number anymore. You're not going to reach my grandmother. Like, hey, we changed his grandmother. That was an old number of hers. That's it. So it's not there anymore. But it's just one of those weird things that I remember my old number. My mother, I don't know her number. She has a cell phone. I don't know her number. She's my cell phone as. She's not even know my cell phone as mom. She's my cell phone as Benita. I don't even have her name. I don't even have her as mom. You know what I mean? Like, so someone on my phone was like, James, they don't know my mother's name. They'd be like, where's James's mom? Put it here. I don't have her in there, Benita. I don't, Frank. It's like, so I don't even know. I mean, it's and everybody's talking about digging through the public trash can. She had to do, girls. She had to do what she had to do.
Yeah.
That was smart. Because I wasn't sure it was a lipstick at first. I thought it was a lighter at first or something. She would light the room on fire. I didn't know what it was at first.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what she had pulled. I feel like there's going to be less things to use in the men's room. I can only imagine the bodily fluids you'd have to use to try to write that message.
You're very right. So now the stuff is shifted to Switzerland. Not that surprised on some level, I guess. And then we have, so Anna, Dante, and Drew are there. Sam staying behind, which I know you were happy about that.
Thank goodness.
But then we have Felicia, the wild card, the woman who likes to go on adventures.
I admittedly surprised that they've given Felicia as much as they have in the storyline thus far.
They have.
So that's great.
That's all Frank and I want, people. That's all we try to send. So if you're going to bring somebody, we want you to use them.
Yes. No.
That's all we want, Frank. That's all we
come
want.
in at a wedding and say one lame line and then just walk away, and that was it. You're like, that was it?
That's it?
You brought her in?
What happened? No, they give her a big part. They give her a big part, actually. And I love that Mac is on her side, kind of like, yeah, go get our girl, man. Yeah, just go get her. I mean, like he's neutered. He can't do anything at the moment. So,
oh yeah.
And they explain the kids. We were like, where are the kids? So James is with whatever, and George is with so the kids take care of folks. And you know what? Daisy Flower 40 had the same feeling. I'm having a hard time with Felicia for some reason. I just really I feel like he's coming down on her. I just have a hard time for her as this. All of a sudden, she's a mother. I just have this hard time with that. I just do.
I mean, it's tough because she's hardly on the show.
Right.
That you can't. You've never been able to kind of put those pieces in and see kind of like that healing happen. We only get it just said that it's happened, but we've never really. It's never been really earned on screen.
Yeah. Yes. It's just too much crazy. Too much.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know. But so she's heading there. Liesel, you can't forget Liesel. Her and Austin's plan that went awry with the thing on there.
But through no fault of their own. I mean, only because of Drew decided to manhandle Victor. But otherwise, I mean, it was a sound plan.
Yeah, it was a sound plan. But that was Austin me laughing. He's like, it's just boring. Listen, it's boring. Listen, I imagine that's what it is, right? I mean, we always say stakeouts are not exciting. They're boring most of the time. So I was like, yeah, it's kind of very, I like that part. But do you like the fact that they're actually trying to blame this on him, this whole thing?
It's
weird.
No, there were a lot of moving pieces in the whole Maxie covering up Louise's Bailey thing that simply boiling down to just Austin's actions, I think it does a disservice and is overly mean to Austin.
I agree. I saw good. We're on the same page. I agree. I don't think this was right, but it was funny when they said it up, and Nina and him were trying to warn him. That was hilarious to me. He was like, "Oh, don't you? It's my mother. Don't do it. Don't do it." And he's like, "Hey, to borrow you, Dr. Gatlin." I'm like, we're trying to warn him. That's kind of cute. It made me laugh. Those two have great chemistry together. Those two actors always good together.
And I did like, we didn't see the initial setup, and so I liked the way that they played it out on the show with Austin coming there first to kind of try to rough up Victor, and Liesel coming in to kind of smooth talk it, and then realizing that they were working together. I was like, oh, hey, all right, that was a nice deal.
I agree, and what I love to see with Lee. I mean, Kathleen Gotti is really good. She's always good. When they give her something, she's good. I love her and Victor together. I mean, I know they can be together, but they play really well off of it. Her and Charles Shaughnessy, when we get his name together. I almost called him Shane. That stays our lives. Charles Shaughnessy. They have great little. It was fun. It was fun watching them together.
No, that is true. I do love just how dedicated and committed Lisa is to Scotty, though. Just
yes,
that Baldwin boy, man. You
must be laying it down. Go on, Baldwin. Laying it down because she likes a little snitchel, doesn't she? Mm-hmm. It's nice to come back. I know. So yes, because once again, I thought about you, Frank. Actually, Victor got duped again. I mean, he's just a chump. He got duped yet again. He was like, yes, blah blah, and Peter and she looked at him like, that's a card. That ain't gonna work. I started laughing out loud. So, what are you doing? And she was like, that didn't work. And Victor was like, oh my god, I started laughing. Why did make it Peter? Anyway, go ahead, Frank.
No, I thought the dumbest thing about that scene is why Peter even tried to do that with Sam around to witness it happen. Because even if it did work, I mean, what is he going to have him have Drew eliminate Sam so she can't say anything? It seems unlikely. That's going to open up more cans of worms than I think Victor wants to deal with everybody looking for like a either dead or kidnapped Sam. So I don't know why he decided that he needed to make that move there rather than wait till like he truly had Drew alone.
Yeah, and also, I don't think he wants to hurt Sam because he remembers Sam as family.
Yeah.
He's pushing his family thing. He goes, you never return my phone calls. It's like, oh my gosh. I did laugh. I'm liking, I like Victor because he's like the new Cyrus. Remember when Cyrus first got there? We're just smarmy, just walking around everywhere, popping up places. And people were just like, oh, I kind of like that Victor's the same way. He just pops up. All of a sudden, there he is.
Yeah, I would at least feel the difference is that there are, for the most part, everybody hates Victor, but you see like somebody like Spencer, is willing to give him a second chance, and at least there's some kind of positive kind of relationship there. Cyrus, it was just everybody hated the guy, and even when they attached him to Laura, while Laura wanted to know more about their shared history, still didn't like the guy.
Yeah, no, I miss him. Sam's a Cassadine, guys. So he was like, you and your sisters. He's still playing this huge Cassadine thing. There's something, and now we know Drew has some kind of memory of something he needs. But that card was the wrong card. So once again, he got duped.
I got excited for a second when Victor decided to, open up to his henchmen. It's like, well, you've done enough. I guess I could start sharing some of the stuff. And it just, I was like, all right, we're going to dig in. The audience is going to find out what this plan is, and we're going to see if he can pull it off. No. We basically just knew everything we knew ahead of time. Yep, we knew Drew had something that in his head, and Victor wants it. We don't know what for yet. So just kind of a wasted scene. Just audience tease.
No tease. No, just teases. So I'm checking all the players. I like this umbrella story. We're just 20 players. So we got Maxie's with Peter, kidnapped. Louise, that was a quick turnaround, / Bailey is back with her adoptive parents. Did you see that? Did you see that coming? I didn't see that coming at first. It was so weird. Like, oh, okay.
I can see it making sense with a baby that doesn't really know Mac and Felicia. Mac's still in the hospital. Maxie missing. Perhaps not the best time to handle these baby issues with Louise / Bailey. So at least temporarily, kind of makes sense until Maxie's back.
Yeah.
To keep Bailey with Brooklyn and Chase.
So they're together over there. Then we got the Nina's worried, of course. Britt is worried on some level, of course. Dr. Gatlin Holt. Then we got out of this whole little thing. Before she left, there was to me, it was a great scene between Anna and Finn.
Yes.
I don't know. Do I see more chemistry now that I did when they were together? I was like, I see chemistry there. Like, I don't see with Finn and Elizabeth. I see it.
It was for me like with Finn and Anna when they were first trying to get them together. It was like it was kind of a little forced, but at least it kind of grew on me. And then it got tiresome with all the delays and the stalls and and then any chemistry they had just kind of dropped. But now in this new kind of relationship they have where they're really close friends, but no longer see a way for them to be together. I do like this dynamic between the two of them. And I don't know what it is about this show and Finn I think the show wants to hook up Finn with women, but yet they consistently, just knock out any relationship out of the knees.
Yeah.
Because the whole Liz and Finn stuff is just excruciating right now.
Oh, you didn't like the card?
Oh.
Thinking of you, we are thinking of him.
Oh, God. So I guess her second identity is somebody who's named, starts with a B. So hooray.
Yes. I know. But anyway, so yes, as you guys agree, the Anna Finn scene was great. So we have, because Finn still, because he made that blurt out the comment, I should have finished where I started or something. Like, why are you saying that out loud?
Yeah.
Got that going on over there. We have that over there. Then Liesel and Austin, of course, the plan falls apart. Actually talked to Laura.
Which I thought was nice.
Talked to Laura and asked her, well, Victor. You know what's going on.
Because initially when we just see Laura with Mac in his hospital room. I was like,
Right.
and then she just quickly leaves. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, this is kind of an interesting use for Laura. Why is she in this episode? And then made sense to have her at the hospital so she could see Austin and Liesel. So I was like, all right, nice way of getting her over there.
Yeah, well, I know, right. I was like, yeah, that was weird. I was like, okay. And so yes, Finn is a vampire. That's his other character. Poor Charles. No, but yeah, so talking to Laura, because now that also ties into, we're gonna get to it fully, but I just say this is an umbrella story. I'm saying this Peter's story goes everywhere. It's an umbrella story. So now that ties into the whole Victor being back, Laura not buying it. Some going on story. So I always connect that end, which actually we'll talk about that end later, which is the whole Ava and we'll get to that in a second. But like there's that good. So it almost connects the two because she's just not trusting Victor at all. She's like, no, I don't trust him. He's here for a reason. And Drew must have the secrets locked in there. That's why he helped Peter. I feel like they're getting smarter. I feel like they're all getting smarter.
Yes, but also there are too many scenes where people are like, "What?" I mean, Peter and Victor. I mean, they fell apart over in Greece. It's just like the idea that it's like, oh, it's so inconceivable that Peter and Victor could still be working together, even if they have, to what everybody else seems like, some kind of public falling out. Like everybody's like, huh? At least I'm like Laura, like that. Laura's like, no. If each one has something the other needs, they're still going to be working together, guys. It doesn't matter what may have happened in the past.
Right. Yes, I agree. So okay, so then we have that contingency going on because they're actually more watching Victor. That they're more concerned with him. Okay. Well, I mean, Lisa likes Peter too because of Maxie, but there's that whole section there. Austin wants Maxie back, and of course he likes her. So there's all that going on over there. So then we got Sam, who's back at home, not doing anything. Good.
Thank goodness.
But her and Drew had a little moments. They had little moments. But that's that was it. Mm-hmm. And also I'm trying to connect all the dots. So yeah, they're over there. You have Dante who's on the case, obviously. So there's Dante and Drew and Anna over there working so hard. And of course, there's a secret guy who knows Johan, the henchman. Of course, right? Of course,
man. You got to have that inside guy. And yeah, it's fine if you want to get rid of Dante and Lee and Anna. They're fine, expendable. But don't you dare harm a little hair on the head of my baby Drew. Don't you dare.
That's right.
It was interesting though that because I could see like, all right, Dante's in law enforcement. He's worked with the WSB. He has a relationship with Anna. Yes, they're in the pursuit of Peter. Makes sense to go. But that she was so quick to just like say, all right, yeah, Drew, you're coming with too. Like, oh, all right. But at least I like that they had that moment of realizing like, yeah, I could still be turned by Peter at any second. So, feel free, do what you got to do.
Feel free. He's like, yeah.
Feel free to put me down. Jason said he would. I'm cool with you doing the same thing. Just do what you got to do.
There's certain storylines we'll get to later because they make my nerves, but that's another story. So we get to one. So I'm trying to get okay. Yes. So yes, that's what I do want to mention this part. So you mentioned it. Yes, Austin goes to Victor first, pulls out a syringe. So that was very interesting. And then yes, Liesel comes in, has a gun. It's all diffused, and they're working together. Mention that. And also, that's not them. That's not them. I thought Felicia was a little insensitive to Brooklyn at first when they were giving the baby. So it's a little insensitive. Then she turned it around and was like, you can come anytime you want to, and it must be hard for you. I was like, just give up this baby. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it was. There was that fine line where it was like, come on, Felicia, you got to be able to read the room better than this.
Yes, exactly. And also we had to mention, it's the 1 anniversary of Franco's death. So it's been a year. I like that's another Peter related thing. It's been a year. So that was very interesting.
And yet it feels so much longer.
There you go, kids. I know. There you go. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so now let's go. Okay, so the lady calls. Let's get the earrings. Peter did say at first, "Where are the earrings?" I'm like, oh no. She played it off.
Yeah.
He did snatch her in the heat of the night or whatever, and so she lost the earring. That's what happens. Oh, they know what storm they saved for last. You don't know me. No. Yes. Okay. The other elephant in the room. I want this to be over. I hate the Peter storyline. I want it to be over. Who's going to get him? Who knows, right? They have the book where it's his book it's a metaphor. I forgot about that book, Frank. I forgot about it.
That's true. And I did like that they threw in some the fresh flashbacks of Felicia and Peter chatting.
Yes.
What was that name?
What was that name? They versed walk a little. I don't know what it was. So I'm like, okay, girl, how do you remember that?
The fact that they were going to again, I was like blown away that they would actually shoot new flashbacks with Felicia. I'm like, damn, all right.
They're working Felicia. You're right. They're working her. Okay, kids, I'll bring it up then. You guys are all one. The other elephant in the room. The new opening. We got to talk about that for a second, just because the new opening of the headshots, I hate it. I hate the music. I hate it. Why mess with what? I feel like I like the music from the last one. I didn't mind that one. I liked it. The flip thing, because that's very, people hate it or love it. They don't, whatever. I don't want updated headshots, but I'm like, they changed the music. It's kind of weird. And some of the headshots to me aren't that good.
I'm a fan of the newer music. I feel like it's a little bit more propulsive, kind of moves it, kind of gets me like jazzed. I'm like, all right, things are going to be happening, which of course would hardly anything happens in General Hospital. So, but the opening at least gives you that false hope that like, oh yeah, we're moving, we're getting into it. Yes. Because one of my favorite openings was, at least the music kind of leading into it, was All My Children. Back in the early day when they had that, right before they got into the map and all that stuff, but the drum beat that would kind of kick in, leading you into it. Yes. But it would just be like a little propulsive.
Nice, like too. When they had the book, remember? So it was either they had the falling pictures at one point, then they had the book. The pictures going into a book. They had great openings. I love their openings. What to Live had good openings too towards the 90s and 2000s. They had some good openings also that were very fast to get you into the show.
Yeah.
I agree with those.
So with that, I was like, all right, cool. You tweak the music a little bit. I'm good. But man, those photos, I mean, there are just some in there that I am just like, why? How did nobody look at this and say, guys, can we retake this? Can we put it in Photoshop and at least, not that look at make it like Chad Duell look like he's a ghost?
They're making fun of you. They said, laughed at French's response on Twitter, DMV headshots.
It was just like, that's your one shot. And
what's up? Next. Yeah, I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, it was so weird to see it. I was like, oh, okay. A few of them, there were a few that were the same. There were a few that didn't get updated, but the rest of them were updated. I'm like, I understand updating the headshots. Obviously, I understand that, but just didn't care for it. I don't care for it. So maybe don't go on me. I don't know.
I felt like there was just such a lack of quality control, because you can't tell me that like Chad Duell's looking at that and going, "Yeah, I look good." Like, no, I'm concerned for your health looking at that photo.
I know. I know.
So, yeah, and for me, it's always that time, because I feel like, much like buying a new computer, whenever you buy it, it's always going to be just before they come out with some new upgrade. You're like, oh man. But for this, like, it's when it's, hey, we got this, the shot of Carly, but we already know she's cut her hair, so she's going to look totally different than this. All right, this is already like a dated artifact that she's going to be
already. I know, already. Another thing I don't care for so much. Willow's parentage.
I was not caring about it at all. But the faint glimmer of hope I had, and maybe through some convoluted storytelling, it will get there. But it seemed like, hey, we're going to rewrite history and have Nell and Willow be like sisters.
Yes.
But then when they introduced this Joan lady, which I mean, I guess, so you're saying like Nina had, she had a baby and then she left and we don't know about it. So I'll be curious to see if the gymnastics, they decided to go with that. But if that's not the case, then it's just this Joan woman or whatever her name was that did this. man, talk about like taking any sort of interest I have in the storyline and just tanking it.
Yes, I agree. But yeah, you guys know me. I just think it's so Harmony finally admits to Alexis everything went on. That's fine. But it's just like, and I just can't I can't go to Europe. I can't go to Paris. I just can't I want to go to Paris. I'm like, oh my God. But Michael finally said, thank God we can go to Paris anytime. Paris always be. I was like, thank God he said that. It's like, it's not that, it's like, but he was being smart too. It's kind of like, maybe she doesn't have your something's going on.
Yes.
Because like, it should be that hard. It should be that hard to find a birth certificate. I'm like, you're right. So I'm just like, oh, I just don't care. But I know, but it's I mean, they make it seem like it can't be Nina's unless they rewrite history.
True, which then it's like I already didn't like think this was a storyline anyway. But if you're gonna make it a storyline, at least let us see that it has connections to the people in Port Charles and the current cast. Like this so far has given us no indication that it's going to at all. So I'm like, well, why are we telling the story then?
Right. I don't know.
And I mean, if it's going to be neat, I don't, because it seemed like the idea would be for Nina to do it, but I don't know how they would connect that to Nina and may have it make sense.
I don't either. He said gymnastics.
Yeah. I mean, unless there's some other woman that's on the show that could have given birth as a fake name. They used Joan and then they ditched. But I don't know if there's anybody else on the show that we've even had that indication about.
I don't either. Question. I don't like it's no safe place to go. The Valentine's Day part 2. So it's part 2. I was like, I said there's no safe place to go. I'm like, where do I go? So Nina and Sonny spend Valentine's Day together, so to speak. So he throws her out. Of that, we have Chet coming to the rescue of Lady Homegirl. Oh my God, Terry. With her bad date.
Just that was excruciating. And again, as we talked about last week, great to see, like if you want to give Terry a relationship, all for it. But the show just clearly said how little how little they care and how little we'll see of it, that they made it Chet.
I know. I have a feeling they'll be together now. We won't see them together. We won't see a courtship. We won't see anything. Because again, they're on Monday. And they're still again this week.
And I still don't understand the idea of like making it a Valentine's Day part 1 and 2. There was nothing in there that made it like so unusual or just contained that it needed that kind of identification. It could have just been 2 regular episodes of the show.
I know. It's so. Yeah, I don't know. I was like cute scenes. We had Ava and Nicholas in their bondage scene.
Hey, hello. All right.
Yeah, like there's. I'm like okay, and Molly and TJ make love.
Great. It's just okay. Yes, they are cast members that exist on this show, but you're telling me that of every possible combination of people that could be in a relationship or that should be in a relationship, Brooklyn and Chase, that we decided to go with TJ and Molly as like our, yes, they're gonna make love. Like, why do we care? I don't care.
Yes, and they actually talked to Jordan.
Yep. So I mean, she's hey, she's doing great. She's just around the corner.
Well, just in time for Portia to move in the house with Curtis. He's like, I buy house. You live with me. That's how he sounded at first. I'm like,
I know.
Like, no. You'll come stay at my house. We'll look at a house together. And we'll figure this. I was like, that's right, girl.
Yeah, it's just, it's so frustrating because even if, I mean, I don't know if there's really anybody, unless it was like a main cast member, that would have been good to make me think like the show cared about a relationship for Terry. Because even if it had been like Spinelli, which you're like, oh, maybe it's Spinelli. Even he is hardly on enough that you would still, but I would still feel that's definitely a step up over Chet in terms of like, yes, this show kind of cares about this relationship.
I agree.
Ugh.
So Valentine's Day 2 is a bust. And I also keep looking at Portia and thinking, you're lying to Curtis.
Yeah.
And I see the other Taggart's coming back. Real Andrews, I talked to him the other day. He is coming back. He's posting stuff. So he'll be back on Hospital.
Yeah, again, it's just that whatever the real deal is with Portia and the father of Trina, it's just frustrating that it hasn't been resolved. You've teased it twice and just let it die in the vine. So I don't know.
There's a lot of secrets going on behind this, so it's like, no. And Esme goes to see Spencer. They kind of get into it. Wants to see Ryan, and there's Kevin. Like, no, bitch, you ain't seeing no Ryan. And she was like, "Why? He said,
"Yeah." I mean, again, we need to play that card already, at least for the audience. We got to know what the deal is.
I agree.
I have to admit, I trying to put myself back into my like 18, 19, 20-year-old self and thinking 30 days. But the way everybody's like, 30 days. I mean, Spencer's going to be gone for 30 days. Man, I would hope that back when I was not so distraught by the idea of 1 month.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, being in prison is not great at all, for sure.
Yes. So yes.
But also even for everybody outside of it, Esme, it's 1 month. It's 30 days. Slow your roll. It's gonna be fine.
Oh, but yeah, she tried her best, and she didn't win against Kevin and Spencer. Spencer's like, "Why you want to with that psycho?" And Kevin's like, "I restrict your access, bitch. No, you're not. You ain't. No, you're not."
And I do like Lauren's like, and she disrespects us. She
paints
her nails down on the couch.
That was funny. And like, she's a teenager still. She's like, yeah. Lauren ain't buying that.
I feel bad because I feel like Kevin gets such a bad rap. It's just like anytime he's in a conversation, especially if Nicholas is involved, it's always like, yeah, Kevin. Okay, whatever. I don't need to be shrunk right now. It's just
that's true. True. It's So you have some pairings. They showed up. We don't know because I love Laura and Kevin together. They're always so wonderful.
Yes.
But we had Carly and Felix. The return of Felix
and his mustache.
Sorry, Mike, if you say, well, the mustache I'm not a fan of, but we're a fan of you, of course. But Carly and Felix, I forgot that they were friends on some level. They were friends. I remember that.
And it's a shame because you teased up something great, like, hey, Felix and Carly can have a night out. And not that I didn't mind a Brit and Carly experience, but
that's fun.
It just became kind of Felix kind of just like, pushed off to the side to deal with, sad sack Brad.
Yes. Oh my God. And Brad's like, just I my life won't be my own yet. What do you mean by that? Nothing. Like,
and the one thing I found it so hard to believe is that like Carly was really up that bright and early and ready for her lawyer the next day without any hangover. Get out of here.
Her lawyer, Rebecca Diamond. That name, her hair is all slicked back. Yes, I thought it was, Rebecca was fine. The actress was fine. They did some fine stuff, and turns out Carly is like, I don't want to fight with him. She wants to fight with Nina.
Yeah, which I assume, each lawyers have their kind of specialties. So, you get a divorce lawyer. So yeah, if you want to get this one, you get this Diamond lady. But she really wants to go and kind of screw with Nina. Aren't there other better lawyers she could have got that were more focused on however she wants to exact revenge on Nina?
I kept thinking, why don't her and Martin get together? Hire Martin. Or hire this Diane. She can't do Diane. There's Martin. Anybody else? That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, she's not going to hire Scotty.
Oh no, not at all. But that would be funny though. She did. That would be funny.
I throw a bone to Nora Buchanan.
Oh my God, that's right. I forgot about her actually. That's right. I should have. I could have done that. Yeah, I could have done that.
I mean, I'd rather would have seen Nora Buchanan in this than just like this diamond lady.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna record everything, and I'm gonna hold on to it, just in case. You decide you want to do this. We got this right here.
Recordings.
But I at least like that Carly is where it's like, yes, the last time we did this, it was crappy and crappy towards the kids and doesn't want to do this.
You got Michael going off on Sonny, standing up to Sonny.
Hey,
I'm your father. Sorry, go ahead. Yes,
I know. I love it. I do love it. I just always.
Like, okay, Michael. Sonny's like, okay, you're talking a little too much. I'm still your father. I was like, yeah, you tell him, Sonny.
I always want. Anytime they get into some kind of argument, I just always want him to throw up in his face, like, "What are you gonna do? Kill my dad? You already did that."
That's yes. I noticed it was Wednesday or Thursday, some different camera angles are being used. They're coming from the top, coming down. They had an outdoor fake hospital showing going up, and then they had the cameras coming down. Like, I'm trying to do angles and stuff now on here.
You gotta try to push these boundaries, keep it interesting, not only for the viewer but also for the actors and the crew.
Yeah, that's true. I just thought, like, I noticed that, like, wow, it was good. That's my notes. Let's see.
But I also liked Laura desperately needs to get Trina over to her place. Can you come over? Can you come over? So I give you this book that Spencer wanted to give you.
Stop everything. Over here.
Yes.
Am I in trouble, Colin? Am I in trouble? You're not girl. It's just a book from your man. I mean, from an art book.
And I do like that Esme at every turn is just reminded of how everybody likes Trina so much more than they like Esme.
Oh, she's not happy. Oh my God, she's not happy. But I love, as I said, I love when Kevin stopped her from seeing Ryan, and she storms out like a little huff, comes home to, she's not as well liked with Laura. Laura, I just love the guy as a friend. So like, oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Getting that personal call from the mayor of Port Charles. You drop everything, the mayor calls.
Exactly. But I'll give Laura and Spencer. They're interested. They're talking some delicate talk because she's his grandmother. He does love and respect her on some level. But he's also a Cassadine, so he's feeling that too. I really feel that he has to push and pull of both.
Yeah, it's it is. I mean, Spencer just holds on to those grudges. He just does.
Yeah.
And he seems intractable from coming down from those points of view. And I don't know. I mean, yes, Nicholas faking his death for 3 years, not great at all, for sure. But like, so I can understand him being really angry. I still can't figure out why he is so incapable of showing any sort of wanting to reconcile or just forgive, if not forget, what Ava did. I mean, yes, Ava, should have stuck to her guns, but it's also like, well, Ava was also somebody that had a huge scar on her face and was going through her stuff as well. It wasn't great what happened to you, Spencer. Yes, she broke her promise to you, but holy cow, she had some stuff going on too, and the fact that you can't even see that, is crazy to me.
Yeah, Esme and Trina, everywhere I go, there you are. I love that too. That was a good one, Sean. I like that too. When she closed the door after, she's like, she's not happy. Not happy. But why is it of giving Trina kind of the character a little reprieve for a little bit? Like, give us a little reprieve so that she'll come back in strong. So this is kind of nice. Because I think too much of her too much too. Same with Willow. And Sasha, we had a new Sasha this week, played by somebody Matson. I don't know if that was related or not. They both
it's her sister.
It's her sister. Okay, it's her sister. Yeah. So she did a good job. No, she was great.
Yeah, boy, I mean, again, it's just one of those things where it falls into the Brad and Lucas kind of situation where you hardly see these couples. You give them something big, the loss of a child, and we really don't see much of the fallout through their relationship.
Yeah.
We see her just maybe sitting in yoga for a little while, and that's it. But we just kind of like touch, like this is like the first time we've really had them together in weeks.
I know.
And just like, okay.
They even said it too. They even said it. We haven't talked in a while, and we haven't seen her since. I think so. She's playing the avoidance game. He wants to feel everything. There you go. There'll always be an odds there because she doesn't want to
Which but it's also been weeks, and I feel like the show is. Well, we'll see what the show does, but it doesn't seem like at this point the show is like okay, great. We've known this for weeks, though. What's next?
Yeah,
one of them has to kind of break.
That's true.
So
they did mention when Colin Fix talked. I just want to bring this up too. When they brought up, they're like, "Your sister Taylor." I was like, "I forgot he had a sister from a long time ago, and she was on for a minute." They mentioned her.
Wait, whose sister?
Felix. Yes.
Oh. Was she? Did she? No. Well, yeah.
For a minute. She was on a long time ago for a minute. I was like, oh, because how's your sister? I was with Sister Taylor. We had dinner. We hung out, and so I wanted to take you out. And I was like, oh, it's this little nod. They don't mention him or his life. It's an interesting nod to history they thought of. So I thought it was interesting.
Yeah. And I feel bad for like the new guy. They recast Lucas, and even he's got nothing going on with that role.
I know we got But I keep saying, well, Brad and oh my God, what's his name? All of a sudden get together. Well, Brad and Felix get together. Yeah, they originally did like each other. Then Lucas came in the way, so I don't know. Let's see. So Michael said to Brooklyn. We had Nina and Willow talk for a minute. Josh and Michael talked for a little bit. Sonny and Carly have their final hash outs.
Yeah.
That is it.
To go back to 1 second for Willow and Nina, again, one of those ridiculous things where you see somebody in a hospital and it's like, Willow, is Wiley okay? Like, people can come to a hospital for a variety of reasons.
Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It does not need to be the worst thing that's ever happened, and it doesn't need to be even including Wiley.
No.
So, holy cow! All right. I mean, Sonny and Carly. All right. I mean, the big thing is Carly going to be yelling at that assistant for putting that divorce attorney meeting on the wrong calendar.
Why? Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. We had Laura, back to Laura and everybody, and who could get to Spencer. Laura convinces Nicholas to go see him. Ava and Laura kind of talking. It was like, what do you have up your sleeve, Mayor? She got Laura thinking of something. So I like that Laura isn't involved in all of it. I don't know when she's involved in everything.
Yeah.
She's good. Let's see. Oh my God, we caught that. Finn and Anna, we talked about that already. Oh wow, we kind of got a lot of stuff. Did we catch everything? Victor and Spencer, Lisa and Anna, the salt mines, about that, the bathroom. Oh my God, I think we caught everything, you guys. I have 6 pages of notes. I'm like, we talked about that, so I think.
Do you have, given your vast knowledge of GH history, do you have any inkling on what Victor might be trying to do?
Turn this away now, my notes. I have an idea to do with the Ice Princess. I feel they're going to go down that road again. This weather thing. That he wants to use it somehow to make his family powerful. I think there's something going on with that. And I like the idea of getting all the Cassadines together, but it's not going to be easy. But I think Marshall's involved somewhere. I think Sonny's going to be involved. I think it's going to be hopefully it's going to be this big umbrella story again, where there are folks who are really involved. And I don't know. I think because he brought the Ice Princess up twice already, kind of. I feel like they can't be it. I feel like Luke and Holly and they're all part of it too. They're not they're not dead. They're not gone. I feel like there's more to the story. There's a lot more to the story. I want to say they want to go, but they want to go the Cassadine route. I think what they're doing now is wrap up this Peter storyline. I hope wrap it up, and then this will be the next big storyline. I think.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Victor said that he's been something he's been searching for the longest time.
Yes.
I'm just thinking like, the Cassadines, they like to bring back dead family members. They like to do that. But I don't think this. I mean, unless he wants to try to bring back Helena, because he's been after having the chance to be able to love her, openly and publicly for the longest time.
It's just that Jennifer didn't come to town for no reason. I feel for that too for some reason. There's a reason why she came back also. And the fact that Tracy goes, here's the Ice Princess. Then we have the whole Tracy thing with the fake. I mean, there's something going on. And there's something that Drew remembers from his time at Crichton Clark probably with Faison on them, it's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Calvin. I think it's a weather machine. I got this. I was surprised. I showed the Flobo float. That was crazy. I said, I will be surprised. I'm like,
I mean, sure, if we want to go bonkers and freeze the world in 2022, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, I say let's do it. The world's crazy right now anyway. Let's freeze it. With climate change, we need someone to bring cold to the world, right? I want this Peter thing done now. I want it done. And also shout out to Stephen Nichols, his 71st birthday today. So we played Stefan. Everybody's been up Stefan.
Wow.
He's happy on Days of Our Lives right now. I was playing Patch, the one eye.
I did not know he was that old though. Holy cow.
And I've met him before. He looks good, folks. He looks good.
Damn, Gina.
Okay, I know. See, I don't know. Kids look good as you get older. Not everybody. So yeah, that's why I think they're going. I think they're going old school on purpose.
I mean, sure,
I'll go with it. If it's like a huge umbrella story that really works, I'll totally take it. And to me, more Cassadine stuff, more Laura Collins stuff, all that together works for me. Yes. Oh yeah, right now there's a heat wave in PC right now. I just started that too. See, Frank?
Those scenes seem so weird to me.
They're weird.
Where Victor was just also, it is just so hot. Like, what? Where's this coming from?
See? It's coming. He says, Spencer, oh boy, it's coming. Once you go your head out high, it's coming for you. You're the heir to all this.
Yeah, I guess, all right. I'll be curious to see, because it's one thing, I don't know, like in the 80s, you can get away with like this big kind of arch villain that's going to be doing some kind of over-the-top scheme. Cool, but I feel like storytelling has gotten a little bit more kind of realistic and sophisticated. So how he could, if he wanted to freeze the world again, just the logistics of that, how that would work in today's society. I feel like the show has to answer a few of those questions that I feel like in the 80s, you could have just like waved it away. It's like, this is just a cool soapy drama. They're just going to freeze the world.
Well, the thing is, a lot of soaps right now are going backwards. They rely to the possession storyline.
Yes.
And probably like a lot of veterans. Bold and Beautiful has a lot. They brought back Deacon and Taylor and Sheila. It's a whole big, it's all veterans right now. It's all veterans. Y&R, not so much bring back veterans, but the other two soaps very much are going back in time. Well, Y&R is going back in time too with this whole Newman acquisition boardroom stuff. They hadn't done in a while. So they're all kind of going back in time. So I guess why not GH? We'll take one of our most popular storylines and see if we can do like a Ice Princess 3.0 or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I know you said even the Marlena being possessed on Days is being told better than even the first pass of that was.
I think so. Yeah.
So nothing to say like if you improve the storytelling and kind of get it up to where it should be in 2022, then I'm down for it.
Yeah, that's what I say. It could be something really good. So I don't know, but it's just, I think that's where they're going. I don't know for fact, folks. I don't know, but I think that's where they're going. He said it was hot.
Yeah, from your lips.
I know.
Frank Valentini's, ears.
Little ears. I think what's going on, but yeah, it's right now we're all focused on Peter Pumpkin Eater, So I see what he's going to do with all that and how Max is going to get out because she had the maps. I said, those Thomas Atlas guys. What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? I see a map in a long time. I was like, I love maps. It's been a long time. So I don't know. I just think it's everyone's going to be coming. It's going to converge. It's going to converge. I think at one spot, it's going to be a huge blowout. I think it is for him.
Yeah, I would be curious to see, if the supposed rumor you heard, will come true.
And then because there's no Valentine
yet.
Where is he? I know. That's why she's not there. That's why she's not there.
He's going to be skydiving in. Don't you worry.
He'll come in. That's true. Those 8-hour flights are nothing, apparently. I'm like, okay, folks. I mean, I know. So I actually like big umbrella stories, folks. I like that. So I like when they hit everybody. And this one is sprinkling over everybody. They're all kind of sprinkling them. It's always just a few dumb ones. Like I said, the Willow thing, I don't really care. I mean, I saw folks do, but I'm like, I don't know. I mean, do we care? Is her parent going to be actually Nina? I hope it's not.
But it's like, I feel like you if you're going to do the storyline, then it should. Otherwise, why are we doing the storyline?
Yeah.
If it turns out to be some other random woman that we don't know either, why did we do this?
So someone's claiming February 20, in 2 days we'll be rid of Heinrich. That's what it's supposed to end. I've not heard that. I only pray that's true. I hope it is.
I'd read online somewhere like on the 22nd, there's something that's supposedly going down, but who knows if that's Peter being temporarily thought of as dead.
Right.
Who knows?
Like you said, he always seems to slip through the cracks and make it. So I'm like, I hope he doesn't do it again. Please, no.
He's going to. No. And even if this is like the final slip through, and they say we're going to wait for like a year or two to bring him back on. I think it's not going to end with us seeing a dead body in a body bag.
I don't want him. I don't want him anymore. Oh, God, I'm not doing that. Stupid.
I feel like it has to end in a way where everybody thinks that he's dead, so that they're not living in constant fear of him showing up. Right. But that they could take Peter off the canvas for for a year or two, and then bring him back.
That's true. Oops, that's my mind. Well, I showed the picture. Well, no, it wasn't. Oh, that's a long time ago. Picture thing. I just know that one of the backstory Liz's parents. Why she showed up the picture. It's not close to her parents. They've not been there for him. So I mean, that's the whole thing. She's been on General Hospital this whole time. Parents won't come see her. Nothing. She had a brother for a second, a sister for a second. That's it. Her family is not close, apparently. None of Webbers.
Yeah.
Her and Laura, the two Webbers. There's somebody close.
Yeah. I mean, I'm tired of like the big soap opera cliche where somebody's just about to tell somebody something important, and they get interrupted. And that's happened several times during this whole Liz storyline. I'm just like, please, just let her say it to somebody so we can just move on with this storyline. Oh, holy cow!
I know. I agree. That's it, kids. We did it. Okay, well, actually, that's the storylines this week because it was mostly Peter centric. That was mostly what it was. We actually caught every angle. I don't know if you can follow all that, but just that's somehow, like I said, it's kind of a weird puzzle. But that part I do like with the storyline, that everybody's involved somehow. They're all trying. We don't know who's going to get him. Like, who's going to ultimately, well, I'll say get him in quotes, Frank. Who's going to get him?
Yeah.
If he makes it. I just wonder who's going to be who do you want to be, Frank?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you're not going to give Felicia this stuff if she's not going to play at least some kind of big part in it kind of coming to a close.
That's true. I agree.
I mean, I feel like
Anna.
Maxie and Anna probably have to have the biggest stake in it with a little dash of Valentine, but we haven't seen Valentine into the mix yet. So
we haven't.
It feels weird, but I feel like Valentine aside, it's got to be Maxie and Anna that have had like the biggest ties to Peter so to have them, if it's both of them working together to do it, or one of them gets like half of Peter and the other one gets the other half of Peter. I don't know.
It's been half off his head. You get his head, you get the body. Well, Freezer gonna keep him down, so He's alive. It'll be like the murder on Orient Express. Exactly. Who did it? You all in here. Somebody killed him in here. What if you killed him? Yes. It's gonna be why they brought Felicia back in contract. You're right up there. They brought her back in contract, so she is on contract. They have been using her, so Frank and I approve. They've been using her. I can't say anything bad actually because they've been using her.
No, that which I love. So many times that you've seen somebody in this position that whether it's like, you're not that important. We're just gonna put you. We're gonna sideline you for this. Like, nope, she is there.
Yes, she is. She is. After there's no more Bailey talk. Oh, little baby. That is the cutest baby. I will say that is the cutest baby.
Okay.
Oh, look, he's okay. He's okay. Frank, I forgot Frank's dead inside. Sorry.
That's right. That is right.
You're dead. I'm like, it's so cute, Frank. He's like, nah, I don't care. It's cute. Anyway, little baby plays Bailey/Louise. This Peter. Yes. Okay, so tomorrow, I probably will do a daytime today on President's Day tomorrow. I don't have a holiday. It's not a holiday for me.
Look at you.
Yes, they're asking in the chat room. I probably will do one. I'd probably do a JLJ this morning also. Talking to you guys about all kinds of crap. But thank you for making JLJ today, the reboot, a huge hit for me. So thank you very much. I'm glad you guys like it. They like it, Frank. Hey, Mikey, they like it.
Yeah, that's right.
They like talking about soaps with me. So that's a thank you. And shout out to our 10th floor GH. They're on right now. Usually they're on earlier. So they must be going later. They're live. I see they're live right now.
Ooh, all right.
I'm gonna go over there and bother them, man. I'm gonna go over there and go in their chat room and bother them.
That's true. They were having the Savoy bartender on there as a guest.
Oh, that's right. So maybe that's what's going on. Okay, that's right. They got her. They're new to the whole guest game, you guys. They're trying. They're scared, trying things out. We've had 2 guests now. That's their thing. So
look at them,
like little babies, Frank. We were there once. We were there. Now we're old hats now. Like, yeah, guess that. That's good. So I think it's going good. Yes, and the kids will be crazy. Maybe Frank could join us in the afternoon. I don't know if Frank is busy. I don't know if Frank does on his time. I mean, I guess you have a holiday tomorrow, Frank?
I do.
He does, but he might be busy. Who knows?
Yeah.
What he's doing.
One thing we didn't talk just real quick, the tried and true GH awesomeness where some big event is happening and we got to take photos of it, and which with Ned and Olivia and
the whole family. I mean, it was kind of cute. It was painful and cute at the same time. I mean,
yeah, I just like it because it's where they're gonna take a selfie, and then when they cut to the actual photo, the eye lines don't match up at all. It's
yes, they worked it out.
Just get the two of them together already. I don't know why they're dragging their heels on this.
I do. They're really trying to build it because right now it's all about Bailey.
But it's already built. It is built. It is just there's no
reason. Give it to him, guys. Come on, GH. Give it to Frank. He wants it now. He wants the world. He wants the whole world.
Because you just know they're going to wait too long, and then they're going to miss their moment, and it's all going to just start going downhill. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to be like, well, I don't care about Chase and Bailey, Brooklyn anymore. I don't care about the two of them.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, that's the way. Chase did. They did that with Curtis and Jordan. It just made me lose any interest in the two of them together.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, Finn and Anna. Aside real world concerns on there, but holy cow, yes, they just know how to make you not care about a relationship.
And that's Frank's food for thought.
That is it. Yes, I know we've got John. You got a Sunday to get to.
They're like building sexual tension, Frank. That's what they're saying.
No, it's already been built. It's
time for sex.
It is. It absolutely is. We've seen too many of them just kind of about to go in and being interrupted. It's enough already. We get it. Let's just do it and move on to what's next.
Let's just do it. Frank just said, let's just do it.
Just tell me, everybody listening right now, would you have rather seen TJ and Molly get the freak on, or would you rather have seen Chase and Brooklyn get the freak on?
That's true. No, you're right about that one. That's true.
Absolutely. That would have been a much more satisfying thing on Valentine's Day.
No, Frank is correct on that one.
Who cares?
Correct.
So Molly can give TJ like a throw pillow with their, our 8-month domestic partnership celebration. Hooray.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, we know. Be patient. They say be patient, guys. Look at me. I'm fine. They're all time for that blazer to come off. Her blazers. Leave her alone. Her blazers.
She keeps her blazer on all the time. Doesn't matter
all
what
time. Too impatient, Frank. The too impatient saying too impatient.
No, it's oh my gosh, guys. No, it's already. It should have happened already. I don't understand. There's really no reason to drag this out.
Guys, he said it should happen already, you guys. He said it should happen already. He's tired of foreplay. He's done. He wants the real deal.
That's right.
That's what he wants. The real deal. He does. He's like, you guys are they're laughing. You guys aren't understanding what Frank is telling you.
That's right. But don't worry, everybody. Esme's going to get that cell phone of Cameron and Joss. So get ready for all that stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's that too. I'm with Frank. Okay, somebody's with you. Okay, somebody's with you. Or is with you.
You're all with me. You just don't have the guts to admit it.
Marlon Wallace said something for Black History Month. He said, "I will always choose a beautiful black man like TJ to see in bed." He's like,
guys, I gotta say, would you rather see TJ in bed or would you rather see Curtis in bed? I'll take Curtis.
Yeah, that's hands down. You don't have to about hands down. Yeah. I say that. You know how I feel about that. Hashtag John L. I feel about that. So I'm like, they gave you Ava scene Esme's sex shaming video. I know. Because she was like, I had to go back. Because he was like, I like a couple weeks ago, so it was like, I don't have my headphones. I can lift with the cabin.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Love Sosa with the cabin that does up there at the cabin. Esme used to worry about going up there and get that video, get that burner phone or whatever.
Which I guess she's just gonna break into the cabin. Like, how's that gonna work?
They go. TJ and Monty go back into obscurity. They're gonna get pregnant. That's what it is. I can tell already. That's what it is. So they had to show us something.
Ugh, great. And then we gotta have Molly freaking out about my career, and now I'm pregnant.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why they did. Everybody's all Curtis. We all. That was a rhetorical question by Frank. That was not really a real question. We all know the answer is always Curtis. It's always Donnell Turner. Everybody's all definitely Curtis. That's a rhetorical question, folks. He knows the answer already. Saying that. Curtis is all man. That's why he's all man. So yes, that's right. Even there, but Portia's doing him wrong too because she's lying. Also, Stella's lying. Curtis is going to have a. He's going to have when he comes out. Oh yes, I was going to mention this, but I don't know her. I didn't know who she was on the show. I guess she did a couple of scenes. Lindsay Perlman. They found this actress who did an episode or two of GH. They found her body. She died. They found her body. Lindsay Perlman is her name, and I was looking online, like, I don't know who she is. I don't know. Frank Valentine made a big statement. Apparently, she did a scene with Mike, the original Mike the original, and Sonny. Like he flirted with her at some. I don't remember her at all. So, but for a life to be taken, I'm sad about that her life was taken. But I don't know her. But I meant to say a shout out to her because they're tied. They're linking her to General Hospital. She's only on once or twice, and they're linking her to it. I don't know. They found her body. She was missing, and they found her body.
Oof.
I don't know. Yes, TJ's on contract, but we still only see him once every 2 or 3 weeks. So I mean, that don't mean anything. A lot of people on contract, you only see once every 2 or 3 weeks. Carly's on every day, apparently. So that's
don't worry, everybody.
Carly show up every day, Frank. Every day.
I know.
Every day.
I just need Carly to take a breather for a little bit.
I think so too. I'm kind of with that. Yes. But they're building Chase in Brooklyn more than Michael and Willow. Oh, you said that couple. I'm like, I don't even. Oh. She was the bartender in New York City when the bar got shot up. I just don't remember her. I just don't. I don't remember her at all. But again, I'm sad to hear to hurt her family and friends. It's not It's not fun when that happens. So that's always sad. But I think still trying to investigate the story. So yeah, yes, man, he was such good with Mike for what to roam the hall, small. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching the show. I get the number 2 show of our network right now because the other show Frank and I do is number 1, Book of Boba Fett. Again, another week of number 1. It's just that show just keeps growing. And hold on 1 second, you guys. Here we go. On the air, caller, you're on the air on GHB Spotlight. Say hi, Tony.
I swear, I have never met somebody who is online so much that I have to check to make sure, and double check to make sure that they're not live streaming.
Everybody, it's Tony Moore, you guys. My chocolate twins. Say hi to Frank Moran.
Tony Moore.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, buddy.
So you like to do the soap shows every Sunday. Hello.
I know. I looked at the time. I was like, wait, is he in the midst or should he be done?
We're almost finished.
I forgot to check YouTube.
Yeah, we're almost finished.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, we're almost finished. We're wrapping up, actually.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HappyGoJackie. All right, everybody, see you later.
Frank, that's it. That's it, kids. That's it. No, we're about to end. So I'll call you after I'm done.
Okay, I'll be here. Have fun, everyone.
Bye. Okay.
Hi, Tony.
Where do you find me? I don't know. You find me somewhere. Just look up James Lott Jr. somewhere. And again, March 12th, 2 p.m., Los Angeles, The Grove, Barnes & Noble, Sean Kanan, James Lott Jr., the 2 Titans.
Oiled.
Not me, him, yes. If you want to see breasts, then maybe, but no, when you went him, he's holding it down. He works out every day. He's holding it down. James Lott Jr., I look like a butterball turkey, possibly, but that's like if I was oiled up and shirtless.
Basting.
Basically. Just put me in brine. I'll be okay. Yes, it's gonna be if I don't. So, but check it out. BarnesandNoble.com. Follow Sean Kanan and Sean Kanan everywhere. Follow him. Yes, both finished without episodes, but we're still continuing, you guys. We did a show that was number 1 on the season of it. And this Wednesday, we're talking pre-Book of Boba Fett. So I'm going to milk this thing as long as I can. I already told them. I'm going to milk it as long as I can. But GH, you guys go out there, share this show. Let people know about it. Because on certain days, the show is number 1. On certain days. It fluctuates. But you guys, it's up to you. Pass it on to everybody. I promote it everywhere. Thanks to all the Facebook groups and everything. But it's up to you. You guys watch the show, like it. Every time you like it, that thumbs up, it makes it get more into the rotation, the algorithms, whatever. So it's up to you. I post it. Frank retweets it. It's up to you guys to make it a huge hit. But with that, for some reason, that show is a huge hit. I don't know. They're sharing it. So
just know, guys, we love GH and we love you.
And that